How's it going, guys? What I wanted to do in this video is actually take a few minutes to talk to you about how you can tell if a firearm is going to be reliable. When we're talking about concealed carry, the firearm that you choose is one that must be reliable. You do not want to have a firearm that will fail you right when you need it the most. It is very crucial that your choice in a self-defense weapon is reliable. Now, there are several different firearms on the market. Everyone has an opinion as far as what they believe the best gun would be, but there are a lot of factors that will play into that. Now, of course, you need to be able to be accurate with that firearm. If you're not accurate with it, it is not one that you would need. You will also need to be able to manage the recoil. I've talked about this before in other videos on choosing a firearm that is right for you. You need to decide for yourself exactly how you will carry that firearm. And there again, there's a wide variety of choices. Some people will have a different firearm for different seasons, different types of outfits and things like that. So that's completely up to you. However, regardless of all of that, the most critical point that you need to consider is the reliability of your self-defense pistol. Now, how can you tell if a gun is going to be reliable? Well, it's very simple. You need to get it out to the range. You need to put some rounds through it. You need to take it to some defensive pistol classes and put the gun through its paces. If the gun fails you in training, chances are that gun will fail you in when you need it the most, and that's something that you want to avoid at all costs. You need to put the round count through those guns. You need to run the drills with them and make sure that it's going to hold up when you need it to. What you have in front of you here on screen is a few of my firearms that I will carry. And the reason that I will carry these is because they have shown themselves to be reliable. Of course, we do have a couple of the classics, the Glocks. I know that there are a lot of people out there that either love Glock or they hate Glock. Me, I have found these to be very reliable. However, just because it is a Glock does not mean that it cannot have a failure. And believe it or not, I have had a couple of failures with my Glocks. However, I will have to say that has been ammo related. If you will look at this firearm here, this is one of my Glock 19s, and you're going to notice the scratches, the scuffs, and that comes from years of carrying this gun. You can see the holster wear around the muzzle, and it is one that has been with me. It has been with me through a lot of classes. It has been with me in a lot of trips, vacations, and in many ways, and it has shown itself over and over again to be very reliable. I did have an ammunition malfunction with this particular firearm. It was obviously ammo related. That's something that could not be questioned. Once I pulled that round out, it was an ammo issue. However, other than that, it has been great. Now, of course, I also have here another example, and that is my 43X. Very small, very reliable firearm. It is shown itself to be very reliable. Depending on how I'm going to carry, this is something that I will carry a lot of times as a backup. If you've seen some of my other videos on this particular gun, this is a very concealable firearm, but it still allows me, even with my big hands, to get a good grip. The Sig P320, it is another gun that has been through a lot of controversy. You can see some of the holster wear on this one as well. It's not as pronounced as it is on my Glock, but this is a gun that I have carried. Okay, this is something that I have had the gun for long enough. I have put it through enough tests You go back and look at some of the videos that I've done on making sure that this gun is safe, as far as showing you what must happen before it could accidentally fire or before you could have a negligent discharge with it. And I do not have concerns about this firearm. However, if you have concerns about a firearm, do not carry it. You need to be 100% confident in the firearm of your choice. Canic. I've got a couple of Canic firearms. This is one that I have carried on many occasions. This gun feels great in the hands. I have put quite a few rounds through this particular gun. It has been reliable. It is an amazing trigger on this particular gun. This one it does have the double action as well as the single action capabilities. Canic pistols out of the box, I think, have possibly the best trigger of a striker fired gun out of the box. That's just my personal opinion, and this gun has been very reliable. I do have another one, but I do not have the round count through it to consider carrying it. There is the old standby 1911. The 1911 is very unique in the firearms world. There are people that love these guns. I happen to be one of them. There are people that hate these guns. And a lot of that comes from a misunderstanding on these particular firearms. Okay, the 1911 is a classic design. It is from a different era. And a lot of the modern manufacturers, depending on the manufacturers, there are good ones and then there are bad ones. This particular 1911 is one that I have carried because I've shot it enough, I have run enough drills with it. It has shown itself to be reliable. It has shown itself to be very reliable, especially with a good magazine. Now, I have done a video. If you go back through my playlist, I did a video on talking about why you need to break in a 1911 before you carry it. And this is the one that I used in that video to show you why. And since that video, I have got the round counts through this gun, I have run the drills, and I now have no issues carrying it. In fact, I've carried this gun quite a bit. And this is a very, very good choice in my opinion. But there again, it's a 45. Some people would not like the recoil of a 45 compared to a 9mm or something else. And some people hate 1911s. That's just their prerogative. They do not like the 1911. They do not like the manual safety. And I will say that if you are going to carry any firearm that has a manual safety, you need to make sure you invest the time in the training to where when you draw that firearm, you will turn that safety off before you try to fire it. Because if you leave that safety on, you have a dead trigger. It is not going to do anything when you need it to. Okay, but that is my choice. Each of these are my choice. Everything you see on the table here in front of you, these are guns that I will carry. There has been several occasions where I would rotate through. I'll carry one for a while and then I will carry another for a while. It just depends on how I'm dressed, how I feel, whatever. The 43X, I'll have to say there are many times that when I'm carrying one of the others, I still have this one as a backup. Okay, the 43X is perfect for that role in my opinion. Now there are others out there. The Sig 365 that a lot of people carry. I do not own one of those, at least not yet, but they are a great option. But still, you need to run the gun. You need to know if it's going to be reliable. Get it to the range, take it to the classes, run it through the drills. If it shows itself to be reliable, then at that point you should be able to carry it, okay, and regularly train with it. And that is something that everyone should do with any gun that they wish to carry. Guys, this is just a few of my thoughts. This is something that I wanted to talk about because of reading through the comments in my comment section on some of my videos, as well as some other videos of folks that I've seen. And so I thought that this is something that I wanted to do. I know that there are some people that absolutely hate 1911s. If you've watched some of my videos, you know that I have several, and there are some that I will carry, some that I will not. This one in particular is one that I carry. I do have some other more expensive ones I do not carry. For one reason, some of those I do not have the round count through them. I have not shot them enough to fully trust them. I have this one, and it has been reliable. Guys, just a quick video that I wanted to do. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, guys, I have got individual videos on everything you see in front of you here. So if you don't mind, if you want to see anything in particular on any of these guns, go back, check out those previous videos. Guys, thanks for watching. Check out all of the links down in the description. Anything that you purchase through Amazon kind of helps to support the channel. Also, visit my website at boomsticktactical.com. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.